Good day, everyone. Today I'm gonna report my topic, and it is entitled "Listening Internal Factors." Let's define first the word listening. According to Howard and Dakin, the ability to identify and understand what others are saying. If the students have this kind of ability, he or she involves understanding a speaker's accent or pronunciation, his grammar, and his vocabulary, and grasping his meaning. However, there is a factors affecting or barriers students' listening comprehension, whereas internal and external factors. But today I'm gonna discuss about an internal factors. From the word internal means inside. So in other words, there is something wrong inside the physical and mental of the learners. So here are the meaning of internal factors. Refer to the learner characteristics, language proficiency, memory, age, gender, background knowledge, as well as aptitude, motivation, and psychological and physiological factors. So here are the different internal factors. First one is problems in language proficiency, especially in problems in phonetics and phonology, particularly in phonetic discrimination and phonetic varieties. It is more understandable about the problems in language proficiency. And one example of phonetic discrimination from the Indian, the way they speak in English, they have high intonation and hard. um, there's also an example of sentence that could give a misheard of the receiver. As you can see, the pictures, I meal, but I'll meet her next week. So there's really mishearing what the sender or what the speaker talks about to the listener. But here the original sentence, I'm ill, but I'll meet her next week. So as you can see, the meter, it should be meet her, and next, not next about your body, but next, like forward. So second, poor background knowledge. They said that as a student, background knowledge on a subject affects his listening comprehension. For example, when a teacher discusses about Mesozoic era, the student with poor listening comprehension may tune out or having no connection in the vocabulary. As we begin to discuss the Jurassic period and mention dinosaurs, however, the student may perk up as he begins to construct meaning based on background knowledge he or she has gained from books or movies about dinosaurs. Also, they said that without adequate background knowledge or poor background knowledge, the student with poor listening skills would have a difficult time accessing difficult information. So there is a connection between your background knowledge and listening comprehension. Third, lack of motivation to listen. So some of the students are motivated to listen, but some are lacking because um, maybe there's something wrong about them, and they believe that students see little value in the course or its content. Students do not believe that their efforts will improve their performance, or in other words, that they not believe that it will be help for them. So lack of motivation to listen. So there's something wrong why they have a lack of motivation to listen, and this is a psychological factors. Actually, there is a psychological factors and physiological factors, and these two are different. When we talk about the psychological factors, it is from our psychological states, including moods and level of arousal, can facilitate or impede listening. Or in other words, it talks about our mood or state of arousal. For example, if you're in a good mood, then there's a possibility you have a you have a you motivate to listen. If you're bad mood, then there's something wrong about you, and you don't want to listen the discussion about it. For psychological factors, it's like mental state. Well, the Second one is physiological factors. It is from a physical illness, injury, or bodily stress. Or in other words, it talks about the physical state. Lastly is other internal factors such as age. Age, there have a three, which is the young, the pre-adult or teenager, and an adult. Second, attention span. When the students, when the speaker speak in front of you 20 to 30 minutes, then the students will automatically bored and not to listen what was the talk about because it's too long, so it will be short attention span for them, and it would also been affect their memory span, which is short term memory. When they didn't give a pay attention, then that data is very relevant, then it will not be marked in their mind. So like short-term memory span. And reaction and sensitivity, it is more understandable when if you're not in good mood or you're so real sensitive, then there's you have a factors in terms of listening comprehension. So those are the different or internal factors in listening. And I hope it will be understand, and I hope that yeah, I hope this report would give you understand, and thank you also for listening.